Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're looking at animal rights vocabulary. Let's go to the intro. Now, as I said, today's lesson is looking at this topic here, which is animal rights, and we're going to be having a look at some words that we use when we talk about this topic in English. Now, for some people, this is a controversial topic. For some people, it's not. Some people are very pro-animal rights. Some people are not pro-animal rights. But today we're going to have a look at the vocabulary that we can use if we need to talk about this topic, because it's a popular topic and it might come up in an exam. If you're studying for first certificate, advanced, or another type of exam, this vocabulary could come in handy. So we're going to have a look at some of the key words, as I said. Now, the first word, or the first two words, now normally these words are collocations, which means that they go together, and we use them together always in the same contexts, okay? So for example, when we look at the subject animal rights, we're going to hear a lot expressions like animal cruelty, okay? Animal cruelty. Now, this pronunciation here, cruelty, okay? Again, cruelty, animal cruelty, okay? And that obviously means that there is a certain cruelty that is inflicted on animals when they are prepared for human consumption, for example, okay? Now, a lot of people that are involved with animal rights can be classified as activists, okay, or protesters, we can also say, but they are animal rights activists, okay? Now, they may belong to an animal rights group. Now, there are hundreds of animal rights groups in the world, and in countries like the USA, England, Australia, for example, there's lots of different animal rights groups that sometimes the activists belong to, okay? Now, two well-known groups, or three well-known groups that get a lot of publicity are the RSPCA, or in the USA it's called the ASPCA, and this means the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals and the American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. And PETA, or PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. And these, as I said, are animal rights groups that are formed by activists. Now, these particular groups are against animal testing, okay? Animal testing, where animals can be used for testing for cosmetic products, or maybe they are used for medical research, okay? So animal testing. The word is also vivisection, okay, which basically means the same thing as animal testing, vivisection, and they are trying to protect or look after the animal welfare. Now, we can also call these groups here animal rights groups or animal welfare groups, okay? They're looking after the welfare of animals or trying to protect the welfare of animals, okay? Now, another thing that the groups in question here are against are blood sports. Now, blood sports can be hunting. They can be things like bullfighting. For example, in Spain, bullfighting is still a popular sport or activity. Some people call it a sport. Some people call it an art. Some people call it brutality. But it is a blood sport where an animal dies and there is normally a public involved. As I said before, hunting is another blood sport. Fox hunting, or hunting any type of animal for that matter, is a blood sport. And cockfighting can also be a blood sport as well, where two cocks fight against each other, okay? Activists are also trying to stop factory farming. They are trying to improve farming methods. For example, battery hens, where there are lots of hens together producing eggs. Some consider that not to be ethical. and they would prefer free-range chickens or free-range hens, and therefore we get free-range eggs and free-range chicken. So we abolish battery hens, for example, and we are trying to, again, improve farming methods for mass production of animals. And the activists are also trying to protect endangered species, okay? There's lots of animals that are considered to be endangered species in the world. For example, there is the Iberian lynx. There are other animals that are in the wild that are in danger of disappearing. They are endangered species. They could become extinct in the near future. So there are animal groups that are also trying to protect these endangered species. The farming methods could be changed to organic farming, which is a more sustainable method of farming. Animals are treated better because, let's be honest, it's very difficult to convince everybody in the world to become a vegetarian or a vegan, okay? People are always going to consume meat products, so maybe we can try to improve farming methods, and organic farming is a way that this can be done. So having organic farming for cattle, for sheep maybe, and also for chickens in the free-range environment. And as I said, vegetarians, okay, maybe vegetarians can become activists, people that choose not to eat meat. Maybe they eat fish, maybe they still eat eggs, maybe they eat some animal products like cheese, but they haven't become vegan, and vegans are people that eat no meat products or no products that come from meat at all, or perhaps they have a completely plant-based diet, okay? So all of these words here are popular if we need to talk about the topic of animal rights. Now, thank you very much for watching the lesson. Questions or comments, please leave them in the section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please share the video on your social media channels. I'll see you in the next English lesson. See you later.